Hello and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I'm your host, your bartender, Eric Tenkar, and we have what would have been yesterday's podcast. Yesterday, though, the lawsuit that Zach Smith was filing came up, and that just took priority. So what I was going to talk about was the perfect RPG, and believe it or not, I actually recorded an episode and then did a little extra taking and went, holy shit. So it's kind of hidden there in plain sight. So what happened with the Perfect RPG Kickstarter? It was a 3-day Kickstarter, kind of like, a short trip down memory lane. And it was by Luke Crane, otherwise known as Burning Wheel. That's how he does his projects. Apparently, if you do a search for Luke Crane on Kickstarter, nothing comes up. But if you do a search for the Perfect RPG, guess what? Nothing comes up. I had a spark of insight after I recorded the first version of this episode, and I was like, I wonder if it's still in my cookies. If I start typing into my address bar, the Perfect RPG, will it come up? And sure enough, it did. So, you can't find it by searching for it. You're not going to, however, you can find it by searching for Burning Wheel and then seeing the council project. So it is kind of semi-hidden, I guess. You can't find it by looking for Luke Crane. I found that out. Now, if I wanted to sign stuff for Douglas Cole, I would search for Gaming Ballistic, or I would search for Douglas Cole, and all of Doug's stuff comes up. Not the same way with Luke Crane, but Luke Crane is still attached to that page on a Burning Wheel. So I don't know why it is that one does not lead to the other. Why searching for Luke does not bring that up. Interesting. In any case, what happened here was it was supposed to be a 3-day campaign for the Perfect RPG, a quest for perfection. And there was a mock-up cover with a shit ton of names on it, including some names that people might recognize, like Vincent Baker, Jason Morningstar, but a shit ton of names involved in this zine. And this zine had multiple prices. Whether you paid $15, $25, or $42, you got the same exact thing. And what does that mean? Well, it means that, or $14 was just the PDF. $15 was print plus the PDF. $25 was print plus the PDF. $42 was print plus the PDF. So they wanted you to pay more for the same product, to reward these authors, because these authors were all working on commission. They weren't getting paid up front. They were all going to get a share of the sales. Fine and dandy, right? Until somebody got added to the mix. Now, who got added to the mix? Well, an individual got added to the mix after this mock-up of the cover was done, after the preview page of the Kickstarter was up, after everybody else was recruited for this project. Somebody named Adam Corbell was attached to it. Now, why is that an issue? Well, Corbell, I believe the story is, and again, he put one of his players in a very awkward, uncomfortable situation in an RPG live stream, which was, I believe, a rape situation. I mean, just horrible. So he lost projects. He worked with other publishers. He had some design work that was going on. He lost them. Now, could we suppose that Luke had some friendship for Adam, perhaps? So what happens is Luke adds Adam to the project. And he adds them to the list of the creators. But the list of the creators is not given in alphabetical order by last name. And it's not given by alphabetical order by first name. It's given in reverse alphabetical order. So Adam comes at the end of the list. The problem is when the project went live and people that were involved in the project, other creators, saw that Adam was part of it, they started backing out. They said, listen, I don't want to be involved with this. And it's not unheard of, right? We've seen this happen other ways and other times. People don't want to be involved in a project with X. I don't want my name on the same product as Y. It is what it is. So, and it's one thing if you're coming into it and you're like, oh, well, you know what? I think so-and-so is an ass, but you know what? I'm going in this with the knowledge that they're an ass and they're associated with the project. But that's not the case here. All right? Luke sprung this on people as a surprise. And Luke has done shady shit on Kickstarter before. So why would that be a problem for Luke, right? He's had times where people have complained about how he's running a Kickstarter in the comment section. And basically, if you complained about him, you got booted from the Kickstarter. Why was that? Because Luke was in charge, I think, of the gaming section on Kickstarter. Now he's a vice president at Kickstarter. So what do they say about, power? Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Well, apparently he also awarded himself a Project We Love status. Because if you're going to make this project a social experiment, which I think maybe it was with those different backer levels for the same shit, why not make it a project that we love and award yourself that title? Not because it's great, but because it's you. So I think shit like that is shady. So some of the comments that are on the comment section of the post of the Kickstarter in question. And by the way, when I do a blog post about this, I'll include a link. So those of you who can't find it by searching for it, well, on Kickstarter, we'll be able to find a link. They might be able to find it if you do a Google search for it. I gotta check. That's man, my Google search won't work because it's already a cookie on my end. So, but one of the comments, the plan was to cancel this all along. Luke never intended for an actual book to be made, and he burned a lot of creators just to make this grand fuck cancel culture gesture. Now, a lot of these comments, by the way, were deleted. I don't know why they were deleted. I don't know what they said initially. If anybody has the original comments, I'd love to see them. Tankcars Tavern at gmail.com is where you send it. If you have these screenshots, I'd love to see what got deleted. The campaign was strange to begin with. Super short, 3 days. A lot of time had to be spent to get all of these people on board. He knew Adam's name being on the project would cause an issue. We know the true motivation behind this project will never be given. Well, yeah, that's true. Now, I people want to hear some response from Kickstarter. Not that I expect them to comment. I've seen enough of their campaigns to know that if Luke is running it, there will be little interaction with the community of backers. The usual approach is don't like it, then don't back it. And that's what I said. He was popping people out. So, where's this going to go? I don't know. I'd love to hear from Kickstarter. I'd love to hear from anybody who was a backer of this. Again, what those later comments were in reference to. Yeah, people don't like it when you pull shady shit. I'm going to say something in reference, in this case, to Zach Smith. If you put Zach Smith's name on a product, you're going to get people who are going to go, I don't want it because it's Zach. And you can have others that are going to go, you know what, maybe he is a piece of shit as a human being, but he puts out, when he's on his game, he puts out some of the best stuff out there. I said this, I think, yesterday, I believe that James Raggi and Zach Smith need each other, and fuck the drive-through marketplace, fuck Kickstarter. James and Zach should go back to doing business. And will that mean that maybe Raggy will get removed from Gen Con? Maybe. Fuck it. Fuck it. Okay. Again, I don't have to like you. I don't have to think you're a good person to respect the work that you do. So there is that. That being said, I think Luke Crane is some shady motherfucker for pulling this shit. So, not a good person and a shady fucker. So I don't like the work that you do, Luke. All right. All right, folks. So that's the version 2 of tonight's podcast. Maybe one day I'll dig up the old one and put it out. But there you go. Folks, Wednesday night, 8 p.m., Talking Crit with myself and Bad Mike. Jim Wampler will be our special guest. So please join us on youtube.com/Eric Tenkar. We look forward to getting your live commentary. Folks, we are in the midst of the world of COVID. I've been saying this every night. Use your common sense. Protect yourself, your loved ones, your family, your friends. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Figure that shit out yourself. You're an adult. Well, maybe not an adult. You're still listening to me. If you're old enough to listen to me, you have some fucking common sense. Use it. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Later, folks.